In 2022, my book club read People Love Dead Jews by Dara Horn. In her book, Horn argues that while our society honors past Jewish victims and shows interest in Jewish suffering, it also allows anti-Semitism to continue against living Jews today. In the ensuing discussion, it became abundantly clear that I was in the extreme minority, having never directly experienced anti-Semitism. Nobody could believe it, and I found myself defending the fact that I had grown up in LA and was lucky to escape what seemed to be a very normal occurrence for my friends, many of whom are in this room tonight. This experience left me flustered, and I thought about it for months. I was so rattled by it that I asked Rabbi Kligfeld. I felt much better to hear that he too had never directly experienced anti-Semitism. And so I concluded that in Woodbridge, Connecticut and Agora Hills, California, in these two places, most people actually did love alive Jews. Then October 7th happened, and I was shocked to my core, and have been so ever since. I could go on and on about how much the blinders have been lifted off mine eyes, but I am not a professional darshanit, and I will leave that to the big guns. I also recently read Sarah Hurwitz's fantastic book, Here All Along, Finding Meaning, Spirituality, and a Deeper Connection to Life in Judaism. Now, before you get any big ideas, let me tell you, I am not normally a reader of books about Jews. My Kindle seems shocked by this turn of events and keeps suggesting we go back to cozy mysteries. She knows I like to read about a small town's postmistress solving murders, and she's confused by my reading choices. Whew, that did not land at Library Minion, let me tell you. The basic premise of Hurwitz's book is this. She grew up in a culturally Jewish home, Hebrew school, bat mitzvah, and high holiday services, but without finding personal meaning in them. As an adult, she finds herself yearning for something deeper and thus begins her search. Hurwitz highlights the importance of Jewish community as a place for learning, for ritual, and where Jewish identity, spirituality can be explored and reclaimed. This sounded very familiar to me. It sounded a lot like our synagogue, our community, our kehillah, our wonderful Temple Beth Am. Now let me be clear, do not assume that Temple Beth Am is only bustling because of what happened on October 7th, for the truth is far more exciting. Our community was already flourishing long before then, and the evidence is all around us. Let me take you through some highlights. I will start with Pressman Academy, led by the wonderful Dr. Erica Rothblum. Pressman continues to be a nationally recognized top-ranked day school. Last year, I told you we would tackle 3 major campus renovation projects and have them ready for the start of this school year. They said it couldn't be done. Well, we did it. Our new spaces, the Liner Middle School Merkaz, the renovated Gansberg Elementary classrooms, the STEAM Lab and the Art Studio on Pilch Rooftop are so much more than fresh paint and pretty classrooms. They allow us to have full grades in kindergarten through 5th and to not turn away Jewish children because of space constraints. They are also places where our children are growing into educated, resilient, proud Jews ready to show up in the world with confidence. Now let me pivot to Rabbi Shapiro and our Youth Learning and Engagement Department, appropriately called YLE because you'll love everything. Just a few weeks ago, our Jewish learning community, Kabbalat Shabbat, welcomed 150 people. Such a joyful way to kick off the school year. Saturday morning Tat Shabbat has been such a hit that we've had to expand it by popular demand. And we're not stopping there. Cantor Chorney is working on new experiences just for our 4th through 6th graders so that they can find their own place on Shabbat mornings. And of course, Camp Keshet had another amazing summer. Our YLE team was so creative and flexible with space, even in the middle of construction, that parents actually canceled weeks at other camps so that their kids could spend more time at Keshet. This says it all. Our kids want to be here, and families feel the love and energy of this community. I'd now like to share a bit about Daily Minyan. I was always apprehensive about attending Daily Minyan because I had always associated it with being a mourner and saying Kaddish. And for me, attending would have meant I had lost somebody close, and that thought alone had kept me away. To be honest, I was also a little intimidated. The regulars seemed so knowledgeable, and I was worried I wouldn't fit in. But as president, I began going, not for myself, but to support others and to help make a minyan. What I discovered was a warm, welcoming community that immediately put me at ease. Led with such care by the incomparable Michael Harris, the group embraces everyone, no matter your background or experience. I've come to appreciate the rhythm of davening together and the quiet joy of doing a mitzvah for somebody who needs it. We often need help to make a minyan. Please attend a few times a month. Even if you are not saying Kaddish, you will be welcomed. Thanks to the hard work and vision of Cantor Chorney, our B'nai Mitzvah calendar is full almost every weekend. Cantor Chorney brings collaborative energy and creativity to the tefillot programs of both Pressman Academy and the JLC. By showing our kids early on how joyful and meaningful prayer can be, she has planted the seeds of connection that now blossom on our bima, and the results are remarkable. In 2014, when she arrived, just 50% of our family celebrated their B'nai Mitzvah at Temple Beth Am. Now that number is at 82%. But what truly sets Temple Beth Am apart is that B'nai Mitzvah here are not the finish line. They are the starting point. Instead of ending their Jewish journey, our students are encouraged to continue growing, learning, and leading. 13 years ago, Nina Golden noticed that many of our youth drifted away from Torah reading after their B'nai Mitzvah. So she did something about it. She founded the Torah Club within the Library Minyan. Several times a year, she gathers a remarkable group of alumni, some fresh off of their milestones, others years past, and together they read Torah and lead the entire Torah service. Watching them take ownership of ritual with such joy and confidence is an absolute delight to watch. I'm trying not to nag my own children, but Jewish moms are gonna mom. With Rabbi Schatz at the helm, bringing her signature creativity, Temple Beth Am's programming continues to thrive. Through our Rembam Institute, there's something for everyone: adult learning, scholar-in-residence weekends, meditation, women's midrashah, and more. On any given week, at least 5 different learning experiences are happening right here in this building. I'm especially excited about the upcoming Dr. Baruch Link Scholar-in-Residence Weekend, November 7th through 9th. We are welcoming Israeli author Etgar Keret. I had not heard of him before, but now I am a full-on fangirl. I've already devoured 3 of his books. My Kindle, which, as you know, has been very judgmental about my recent reading choices, is finally impressed. And of course, alongside all the exciting highlights I've just shared, our beloved old favorites are still going strong. Sisterhood continues to dazzle, our Chavrut cohorts are growing, and the synergy groups like Nexters and Seniors in Sync continue to gain momentum. Natalie Weiss has made sure that TBA is always the place to connect, to celebrate, and learn. And at the center of this is my partner, Rabbi Klickfeld. We did not plan this, by the way. He is the steady conductor of this busy, beautiful orchestra we call Temple Beth Am. Starting in February, he will take a well-deserved sabbatical, and while I am very thrilled for him, I will miss him dearly in these final months of my presidency. The partnership of Rack and Jack has been magical, fruitful, and far too short. I don't do this job alone. I'm lucky to have a dedicated board of trustees helping guide decisions, and I work closely with my dear friend and counterpart, Shani Fisher, on the Pressman board. And as for Cheryl Goldman, our executive director, we talk daily, probably more than most married couples. The only difference is she actually listens to me. As for me, this is my swan song. Last year on this very night, I told you that I was born for this job, and it's true. I will be sad to leave it in June. All good things must come to an end, and I hear that the next role, that of immediate past president, is the second best job out there. I will end with this. Don't let fear overtake you. We Jews have survived much worse, and we will continue to blossom. A rich, vibrant, and active Jewish community is the antidote to anti-Semitism, and Temple Beth Am is the best of them out there. Gamar Tov, and thank you for trusting me to be your president. Shana Tova.